100 years ago, America made a choice. Tariffs were supposed to protect American jobs, shield industries, and boost the economy. Instead, the opposite happened. The economy collapsed. The Great Depression worsened. Millions lost everything. And now history might be repeating itself. New tariffs, trade wars, rising prices. Politicians promising to protect American workers? But are we walking straight into another economic disaster? Let's break it down. The 1930s, how tariffs crashed the economy. The stock market crumbles. Panic spreads. Families lose their life savings overnight. Unemployment soars. America is desperate for a solution. Congress acts fast. Their answer? The Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act of 1930, a sweeping tax on over 20,000 imported goods. The goal? Keep American factories running, save jobs, strengthen the economy. The result? A catastrophe. Other countries retaliate, slapping tariffs on U.S. goods. American exports plummet by 61% within 4 years. Farmers who rely on selling crops overseas are devastated. Wheat, corn, and cotton prices crash, forcing thousands of farms into foreclosure. Factories shut down. Unemployment skyrockets from 3% to 25%. By 1933, over 15 million Americans are out of work. What was meant to be a safety net became a wrecking ball. And by the time the government tried to fix it, the damage was done. Now fast forward to today. Could we be making the same mistake? 2024. Are modern tariffs leading to economic disaster? Let's look at the numbers. In 2018, the U.S. imposed heavy tariffs on China, hitting over $300 billion worth of imports. Politicians called it a move to bring manufacturing back home. But did it work? Reality check. The tariffs cost the U.S. economy an estimated 245,000 jobs, according to the Tax Foundation. And American consumers? They footed the bill. Prices of everyday goods rose, washing machines, electronics, even clothing. A study by the Federal Reserve found that U.S. businesses and consumers bore 100% of the cost of tariffs on Chinese goods. And what happened to U.S. manufacturing? Some companies benefited, especially in steel and aluminum, but others took a hit. U.S. automakers, forced to pay more for materials, raised car prices. Farmers, who lost access to Chinese markets, saw soybean exports drop by over 75%. And we're still feeling the effects today. 2024, the U.S. is once again expanding tariffs, this time on EV batteries, semiconductors, and medical supplies. The promise? Economic security. The risk? Higher prices, retaliatory tariffs, and another wave of inflation. The pain points. Who really pays for tariffs? Here's the brutal truth. Tariffs aren't taxes on foreign countries. They're taxes on you. American companies importing goods from China, Mexico, or the EU. They don't just eat the extra cost. They pass it on to consumers. Higher grocery prices, more expensive cars, increased costs for home appliances, supply chain slowdowns that make everything from smartphones to medicine cost more. In 2022 alone, American businesses and consumers paid over $110 billion in tariff-related costs. That's money out of your pocket. And it's not just consumers. Small businesses are getting crushed. Even industries that were supposed to be protected end up suffering. History may not repeat itself exactly, but it sure does rhyme. What happens next? Are we headed for another recession? The warning signs are flashing. Inflation remains stubbornly high. The global economy is more interconnected than ever. Other nations, China, the EU, even Canada, are already preparing to retaliate against new U.S. tariffs. If we push too far, we could trigger a cycle of trade wars, price hikes, and job losses. The question is, can we break the pattern? So, what do you think? Are tariffs America's secret weapon, or are we setting ourselves up for economic pain? Again, drop a comment below and let's talk about it. And if you want more deep dives into how economic policies impact your life, make sure to like this video, hit subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear the truth.